We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. Off we go from South Philly. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
You know, the conversation around Jalen Hurts is always a difficult one because to a lot of people outside, they strictly look at the box score. They look at his passing numbers and touchdown numbers, and they say, okay, he's a second-tier quarterback. But when you look at the situation he's in, the style of play in which they ask him to do, be the field general of a very talented and very balanced offense in Philadelphia, he is the exact perfect quarterback that they need to execute that vision. So he's not going to throw for 40 touchdowns. He's not going to throw for 5,000 yards, and that's exactly the way they want it. He is as dynamic, he is as competitive, and as good as any quarterback in the NFL.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
That's already 2 catches for this guy, and we haven't even seen him hand the ball to him yet, and that's really what these running backs have become in the league. They're really just all-around weapons, and if the ground game's not working, you can go to the air, and vice versa. The more times this guy touches the ball, the better it is for this offense.
Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down. Really nice play.
Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he's going to have the Eagles 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a 1st.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another 1st down.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds. So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. runs. They're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short. Put him down at the 1.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the 2nd straight year. The #1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17. And a very quick 1st down.
It's a gain of 7.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go play action here with Williams. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A big-time play for the Bears. 32 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
That's complete. It's Odunze. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And the Bears going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
This has been a really good drive so far. And what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
To throw, it's Williams. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
I don't hate the play call. The best opportunity to throw the ball down this close to the goal line is usually on 1st or 2nd down, Mike. The issue here is the quarterback has to know, if my first read is not open, this ball needs to be thrown out the back of the end zone. You cannot take a sack this close to the goal line.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3. That's going to set up 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He gets it to go, and the Bears come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Our game here is part of the John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Weekend, a remembrance the NFL created a couple years back. What a great job they did, because no one deserves to be celebrated more than John Madden on Thanksgiving weekend. Of course, Greg and I, all of us at EA Sports, we hope you had a terrific Thursday and you're setting up to settle in for some great football on this very special American holiday. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He takes off. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Bears offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the give, here's Swift. And he'll lean forward, getting this to about the 35. John Campbell, first-round pick out of Bama. There for the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Pass is caught, that's DJ Moore. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A first catch for DJ, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
1st and 10. A play fake. Now Williams. That's to the big rookie out of Michigan, Holston Loveland. To the goal line and in. Holston Loveland. Touchdown, Bears.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
On is Santos for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Bears will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Eagles 7.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. T.J. Edwards there on the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. He finds Jahan Dotson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
13 yards.
13 yards on that pass play. Good for an Eagles first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
2nd down, they need 7. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Hurts delivers it quick to Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. First grab of the game for Brown. Good enough for a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike, we say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Eagles will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Bears offense ready to take over once more. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease. Their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns, but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And they'll take this to about the 28. Jalen Phillips in on the stop.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Swift. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Now Williams. And he goes up top, looking for Komet.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Eagles offense ready for this next possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. The middle with Barkley, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. Ooh. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. We are through 1. Knotted at 14 on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
The Bears offense ready to get back to work. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. On first and 10, it's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. And it's going to bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They will run it over center with Swift. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
To throw is Williams. Open man, right side. He's got it. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Chicago.
First down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
A throw downfield caught by Burden. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
So the longer that play progressed, the more difficult it is to cover that crossing route. So what's the key? It starts with pass protection. Give the quarterback time to stay with his receiver and not be forced to check that ball down.
Give up the middle with Swift. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
From the 22 now, here's second down and 6. Here's Williams now to throw. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And third down coming up. Throwing is Williams. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
On fourth down, it's Cairo Santos on for the Bears field goal. This from 40 yards out. Santos' kick is good. And the Bears move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 4. Once again, it's Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground.
Look at him go! And he will go all the way. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
Bears 17.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Williams. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. Gonna look deep. Looking for more. This one batted in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And good running on the return. That'll help him out. Has the ball right around the 45-yard line.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. Just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A.J. Brown. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Bears' 47-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll run it here with Saquon. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
A second down throw for Hurts. That's taken in left side by Smith. They'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On third down, here's Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
At the 23-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Man in motion is Smith. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That one taken in. Devontae Smith, touchdown Eagles. His second touchdown of this first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Bears 17.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he's going to have a Bears first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Here's a handoff to Swift. That's a short pickup to about the 47. Tackle there by Jalix Hunt.
Jalix Hunt on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
2nd and 5. The man left side, that's Zacchaeus. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
4 brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seat he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. He gets this complete to Burden. And he'll indeed pick up a Bears first down. As this defense too loose there. Gain of 19 on 4th down.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely...
And he's in! DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Santos for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bears will cut the deficit down to 4.
Bears 24.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here is Shipley on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Boom! And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 22 yards there. First down, Philadelphia.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. And he'll be taken down. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 42 yards.
Eagles, first down. First down and goal to go.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles are able to extend the lead.
Next to score, Eagles 35, Bears 24.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On second down, it's Williams. Pushed out to his left, and he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after. From the 39, they come up on first and 10. That's out left and complete to Burden. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12. and a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as they stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
3rd and long.
First down awaits at the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This one from just under 50 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Hurts will work here from the pistol. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And the Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
14 yards.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and that will lead to a second down. Hurts again. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
And 10 yards.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's taken in by Doxson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. He'll look deep, left sideline. And that is caught. Well, he stayed in bounds. A terrific catch.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios in the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and you know, we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone, both teams thinking they could pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half.
Jake Elliott to kick
Pretty
off
interesting
for
first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin then. The Bears offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift. He'll edge forward for maybe a yard. That's John Campbell getting in there to make the play.
John Campbell on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. off play action. Here's Williams. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Nolan Smith in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Montez Sweat there on the tackle.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Now Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end Goddard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
It's 3rd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. A pickup there of 13. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
13 yards on the play.
Typically in a 3rd down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Hurts. Looking receiver is Dodson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
That's a gain of 8.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
And that is incomplete. John Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
That's just a brutal miss, especially on third down. I mean, if he delivers a good ball, Mike, that's a completion, first down, and this drive is alive. And I think he just tried to be a little too perfect, and he overshoots his target, and he's not there in time to reel it in.
Now Hurts on fourth down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. The Bears offense headed back to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They're going to run it here with Manunga. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 23, here's second and 8. They'll run. It's Swift. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Zach Bond, the All-Pro, makes the stop.
Gain of a yard. And it's third down.
What can they do here on third down and 7? Now Williams. To the left side. He's got Komet. He'll get out of bounds. A gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Swift. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
There's always a question about these first-round picks, Mike. How fast do they adjust to the NFL level following their success in college? And we can see flashes here. They think they've got themselves a future star in the making. We got a great example of it in this play.
Throwing on second down, Williams. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. And it's third down coming up.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
Williams. They'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. Fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
On the return, it's Covey. We thought we may have had a scene for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Dotson, the man in motion. On first down, it's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second down and 3. Hurts going to hold on to this one. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
On third down, here's Hurts. He'll try to run for it. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
That's good for the Eagles. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Hurts to the air on first down. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
This one is caught by Dotson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Throw on the run is complete. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Philadelphia.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Man in motion is Brown. A pass caught by Saquon. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Bigsby. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Hurts will work here from the pistol. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Brent Alcantara. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Bears 27.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. On the RPO, quick toss to Burton. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On the move left. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Another Bears first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Cole Kmet, touchdown Bears.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. On is Santos for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Bears are able to edge a bit closer.
Bears 34.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Gibson now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. You're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. One is complete, and they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Gervon Dexter getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent. But here in the second half, you can sense a little bit more urgency. You can see them start playing with a little more speed and intensity, and it pays off there with their first sack of the day.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. The Bears offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And just incredible field position for them following that interception. And you can bet, Mike, as this offense is taking the field, they're telling their defense, hey, nice job here, fellas, but don't bother taking those helmets off. Give us a couple plays, we punch this thing in, and we're going to get you guys right back out there.
The Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. The gun, they're going to run, and it's Bigsby. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. He's got his man Brown. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. third down, they go with Bigsby. And he's in! Take Bigsby. Touchdown, Eagles. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Makes the score.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze.
To number 15, Will Odunze. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. They will run it over center with Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
When you call a draw, Mike, what you're counting on is that the defense is in full pass mode. The linebackers in secondary are getting a lot of depth in their drops. The defensive line is just racing up the field thinking, I'm going to sack the quarterback. In this case, they're not so lucky. Not only do they not catch him off guard, they're not able to pick up any yards.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. That's complete. It's Odunze. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
And the Bears, 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Gain of 4 yards.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Throw it again. It's Williams. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it's going to be 3rd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league. And when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
That's another Bears first down. A gain of 1
When
yard.
done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Cross right side to the tight end, Komet. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. The man left side, that's Zacchaeus. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. This is caught at 2. And the Bears going to be set up with 1st and goal. They're able to convert on that 3rd and 3. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They keep finding ways to keep this drive alive, and they're set up now for 1st and goal. Swift is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown!
Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Santos for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Bears are able to cut into the deficit.
52, Bears 41.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the ground, it is Bigsby to start this drive. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
A 1st down throw for Hurts. This one is complete inbounds, but not a whole lot out of it. Just gets back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Now, that was a nice looking grab. Really nice footwork there on the sideline to stay in bounds, but after all that, it's still not going to result in very much.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, Hurts. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Wise decision, especially at this stage of the game. You certainly don't want to force something and let the other guys right back into the game.
Here's a 3rd and 10. To throw is Hurts. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going backwards here. They're going to take him down, back at the 5.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Moving to his left.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. He's got it! And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big play and a much-needed one as well. A gain of 69 yards.
And they decide to bring pressure here on 3rd down, but he does a really nice job. Remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And You could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Williams to throw on second down. He's got Loveland free left side. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
First down.
About 19 yards on that one. And they're in business. It's first and goal. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. On the bootleg, it's Williams. He puts it up, and it's caught. Roll Otunze. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So let's see if the Bears can keep it rolling as they go for two.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try to pick this up with a run. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
That decision to go for two was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for two. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Gibson now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. They'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll run it with the Boston College bruiser, A.J. Dillon. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. On second down, Bigsby.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Third and a yard. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. Now, fair catch, he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And that's going nowhere. Thrown down, literally and awkwardly, right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You have to wonder, Mike, how are those previous mistakes he made earlier in the game still lingering in the back of his mind? You can tell he's being a little bit more conservative. He doesn't want to risk throwing a third interception and kind of just throws this one away.
Fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
To throw on second down is Hurts. Now a screen set up for Bigsby. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Third, they need 8. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. This is 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here's 2nd down. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Now, on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. He'll get back to Zacchaeus. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Swift. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and will take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
At the 44-yard line.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Now Williams. Over the middle, he's got Burton. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
He's got it at the 7, and this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
So now, an extra point really doesn't help that much. We'll try to go for 2 and make the difference 3. Here's Williams now to throw. And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the 4th quarter.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd, and they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Here comes second down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that'll be caught by the running back, Bigsby. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches. Hurts. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Here we go. One final play. He's got his man. It's Smith. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. A bit of a surprise, this one on paper. You figure this would have been a difficult assignment, trying to win away from home against a team of this caliber. No problems, though. They find a way to get it done. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. Off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner. But it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On play action, Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
3rd and 11. Now it's Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Devin Duvernay back deep for Chicago. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. The number 1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
And in year 2, it's really where we see the growth between being a rookie starting quarterback in the NFL and now a quote-unquote veteran quarterback in the NFL. And some of those early lessons that he went through, the ups and downs that are inevitable for any young rookie quarterback, now it's can he build on those? Can he take that next step and become the leader of this organization that they all think he can be?
That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift.
Complete to DeAndre Swift. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. They run. It's the former Eagle, DeAndre Swift. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 15. First down, Chicago.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision. Just throw the ball away.
2nd and 10. Now Swift. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Bears first down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Throw on the run is complete. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. On 2nd down, it's a run with Swift. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
They're going for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game.
The tight end, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
The ball right on the 5-yard line. 2nd down and goal. On the option, it's Swift. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, They deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Gibson now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Hurts. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Going to fire this one out to Smith. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to take this all the way to the Bears' 17-yard line. It is a big play for the Eagles. It's a gain of 34.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 4
yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Ooh. To the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
When I think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
That ties the game at 7.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get across the 20, bump him down to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
A run here with Swift. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. in there on the stop.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10. At the
well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
That's another
15 yards through the air. 1st down, Chicago.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are under.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd and 6. Throwing again, Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. To the goal line and in. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The score, Bears 14, Eagles 7.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Gibson now on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now Hurts going to call his own number. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 21.
That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
First down.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
A first down throw for Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Edwards.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The Bears offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Forced out wide.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
42-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They will run it over center with Swift. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
That's good for the Bears. First down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
So he isn't able to move the chains, but I think this is still a great example to just point out that certain guys on the field earn the trust of their quarterback. And he wasn't even necessarily open, Mike, but he's still, hey, it's 3rd down. Give one of my best players an opportunity to go up and compete for the ball. And he's going to continue to get more of these 50-50 opportunities when he keeps coming down with them. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it.
At their own 26-yard line.
On first down, it's Hurts. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And He's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw, Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 6. To the air again. Hurts. He's going to tuck it and go. Hurts will give himself up here at the end, but not before he picks up a first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
This one is caught by Dotson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Bears offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. They'll put Loveland in motion. On first down, it's Swift. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. That's John Campbell getting in there to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
It's
A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That pickup good for 29 yards.
That's another Bears first down. A gain of 29 yards. First down, Bears.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. So after one, it's the Bears off to the early lead. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter as they've got it with first and 10. Here's Williams. That's to the rookie out of Missouri, Luther Burden. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
Williams to the air once more. It is brought in the end zone. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Bears.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand. Let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Bears 24, Eagles 7.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Gibson now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. Hurts looking to throw on first down. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number one receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline. It really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
13 yards.
Call it a gain of 13. First down, Philadelphia.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Toward the perimeter, it's Cooper. Good work there to get this back close to a first down. 13 on the gain. It sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
They get 20 on the connection. Good for an Eagles first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
2nd down, they need 7. Again, Hurts. That is caught, side of the end zone. Dallas Goedert, touchdown, Eagles. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. LeBear's offense and DJ Moore heading back onto the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. He'll swing this out to Swift. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that well. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They're trying the left side with Swift. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of 1.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force him down for a loss.
Cross right side to the tight end, Komet. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there.
16 yards.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Chicago.
A gain of 16 yards.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
On the ground, it's Swift. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He was brought down by Zach Vaughn. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 9-yard line.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. The second down throw is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On third down, it's Williams. He's got it at the 3, and he'll take it on in. Cole Kmet, touchdown, Chicago. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Makes the score Bears 31, Eagles 14.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here is Shipley on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. On first down, it's Hurts. That's to the right side. Caught by Donald. And it'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 38 now, here's second down and 7. To throw is Hurts. To the left side, it's caught taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
Right at midfield.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. He'll look underneath here for Barkley. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Man in motion is Brown. On play action, here's Hurts. Look wide, get this one complete. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up second down.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now it's Hurts. Open receiver is Dodson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard
It's a
line.
gain of 20.
20 yards on that pass play. First down, Philadelphia.
First and
You
10
can't
at
run
the
plays like
18-yard
this,
line.
Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. And he's going to go backward. Taken down at the 6.
Pretty big swing here in the mindset of the defense. Before the play, you're thinking, man, we're on the 1-yard line. Pretty likely that it ends with a touchdown. But instead, you send them back 5 yards, and your chances of holding them to 3 just go up.
3rd and goal for Hurts. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles.
29-yard attempt.
Officially, a 29-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are back within 2 scores.
17.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
John Campbell on the stop. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. A play fake. Now Williams. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
He'll let it go deep left sideline. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's not going to make up for all the plays that they've been on the wrong side of up until this point. They finally are able to land a jab of their own, knock this ball away, and get a much-needed incomplete pass.
On the give, it is Manunga. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down. But that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. From the shotgun, and they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield. So the Eagles will use their first time out here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. On 4th down, the Bears send out their 2nd-year man, Torrey Taylor, to punt. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. On first down, it's Hurts. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
2nd down, they need 3. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, he's got a man, his tight end, Goddard. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It is a big play for the Eagles. and even 30 yards.
The 31-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but that once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Second down and 3. Hurts will try it again. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
That's taken in by Dobson. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hurts again. He takes off. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able...
That one taken in, middle of the end zone. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Elliott now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles will cut the deficit to 7.
Bears 31, Eagles 24.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line has had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. From the 35, it's first and 10. Here's Williams. He'll go underneath to Swift. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Here's second and 3 to go. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He finds his tight end, that's Smythe. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Now here's timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
1st and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That one complete for Moore. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Try to throw again. Here's Williams. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. That is Cooper DeJean in there for the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. To throw is Williams. That's into the hands of Moore. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Williams now to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Hurts to throw. Complete to Cooper. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. A run up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming up.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Bears offense and DJ Moore heading back onto the field. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Really nice coverage there defensively. And here you find yourself in a one-score game. Mike, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away, snap it again.
2nd and 10. On the give, here's Swift. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Williams. He's got the hook up there to Ogunze. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
That's good for a Bears 1st down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Bears 1st down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Give up the middle with Swift. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target, and it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And they'll hold them to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Now Williams. Forced to his right. He'll try to run for it. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal. Trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Come a little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Monungai will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
24.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here is Shipley on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. On play action, Hurts. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Cooper going in motion. 3rd and short, and Hurts will throw. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And they'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Swift. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here's 3rd and 7. Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. That's on Joe Tooney.
Still 3rd down.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Eagles offense make their way out to take over once more. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner. The quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
A 1st down throw for Hurts. Hooper with the grab. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
The 39-yard line.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Quick throw on the RPO is complete, and they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Here's Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's
Good pickup of 16 on that screenplay and a first down.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind them, and that's the landmark of the screenplay. Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Cooper going in motion. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time. And he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Duvernay on the return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Bears offense and DJ Moore heading back onto the field. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. To the right side, caught by Burton. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. 12 yards on that hookup. 1st down, Chicago.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Another run here. Another run by Swift. The ball's out. And the defense comes up with a big turnover. Maybe this will turn this game around.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a
Previous play
replay.
is under
So they
review.
might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now Swift. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
He was brought down by Sidney Brown. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles' 45-yard line.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. The throw on the run is complete, and they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's another
A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Bears 1st down.
And a Bears 1st down.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. He'll step up and run.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Here's Williams. This one not quite on target. Got him too much. That one falls incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. He gets this complete to Burton. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Williams now to throw. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
He's going to have the 1st down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
That's another Bears 1st down.
Big-time completion right there. And this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Off play action. Here's Williams. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Bears. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
On is Santos for the PAT. His kick is good, and the Bears will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
27.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Hurts now. He'll get that out to Barkley. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Dotson, the man in motion. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
7-yard gain.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. A gain there of 27 yards.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
It's 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. Dotson, the man in motion. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To throw is Hurts. Now a screen set up for Bigsby. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
That's just bad timing by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him. So either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient. But either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
On 2nd down, Hurts. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
3rd and long for Hurts. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
A gain of 15 yards.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
36-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Eagles are back within 2 scores.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He was brought down by Zach Bourne. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go play action here with Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 45 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Manunga gonna get it again. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got a man, that's DJ Moore. And the Bears are going to be looking at 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. This one caught at the 4. And he's close to the goal line, but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more?
And he will drive his way into the end zone. Caleb Williams Chicago. A lot of bodies down there, but there's one with the football, the quarterback. It's all that matters. Breaks the plane for the touchdown.
And all that quarterback is looking for, Mike, is the smallest of creases before that snap. Once he identifies it, all that's left to do is put your head down, get behind the big boys up front, and drive the legs across the goal line.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears are going to extend their lead.
Eagles 30.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here is Shipley on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once again.
At their own 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. There's that man again. Another catch.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
We're trying to run here with Barkley.
Saquon Barkley on the handoff. Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. Dotson, the man in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on 4th down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a 1st down for Philly.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the 4th quarter.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
40-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On third down, it's Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
They'll throw on fourth down with Hurts. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. They go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, here is Manunga. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Third down.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. Got the hook up there to Odunze. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Chicago.
12 yards. That's good for the Bears. First down.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
Williams going to keep it on the zone read. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Run now for Manunga. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
The Bears sending out their punt team, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. On first down, it's Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll step up and run this. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
A first down throw for Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Back-to-back, gains of 10 yards. And back-to-back first downs.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Shotgun snap now to Hurts. Throw is caught by Cooper on the right side. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
So as a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Off the play fake, Hurts, and he'll be taken down. They got it back at the 50-yard line.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Cooper with the grab. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts. The clock stops. 21 seconds to go in the game.
3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's to the right side. Caught by Goddard. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he's going to have an Eagles first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10.
So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. A bit of a surprise, this one on paper. You figure this would have been a difficult assignment, trying to win away from home against a team of this caliber. No problems, though. They find a way to get it done. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.